Does that prove something is from God? I mean, I'm thinking of Alexander the Great, his very short life, his empire spread quickly, communism in the 20th century, spread very quickly. So, does that prove something's from God?
No, that's a good question. What proves from God? If there is a greater power trying to stop Islam, and the people of Islam that are weak, but Islam is still spreading, therefore you have to question yourself. For example, imagine someone is very weak. He's weak, like he brings skinny man. He's beating up the Mike Tyson. He's beating up Muhammad Ali. He's beating up all the powerful men. What do you think about this man?
Yeah, then you might suspect something more is going on there, but I mean, take Alexander the Great. I'm no expert on him. Was he a Mede? I don't know. I don't think the Medes were amazingly powerful, and then he... Sorry?
He had a powerful army.
But I don't think, from my knowledge, not proportional to the amount he conquered. He did so through his amazing leadership, maybe through the stealth with which he moved. I guess the analogy is the armies of the Muslims. Well, in one sense, yes, they weren't a classical empire, not like the Byzantines or the Sassanids. But a lot of historians would say, well, those two armies had just exhausted each other by fighting. Sorry?
What are you talking about now? Islam spreading. Which army? I
thought you talked about how Islam spread in the past. Okay.
Now, there is many barriers against Islam. The power of the media against Islam is so powerful, okay? But we know, like New Zealand, over 40 people became Muslim. It's in the video, yeah? 40 people. I'm saying, when you notice the barriers against Islam to spread, and we as a Muslims, we are very weak, we are doing bad job, so who's causing Islam to spread?
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. 40 people isn't actually very much in a nation of thousands. I know, you're saying they're weak, but in the West, for example, after 9/11, a lot of Western leaders started talking about Islam being a religion of peace and so on. And that led to a massive interest in Islam in the West, a lot more people studying it at university, etc. Sometimes controversial attacks, some negative statements about Islam actually lead to a positive reaction where people say, actually, let's find out more about it. I don't think that's necessarily divine, that's just how societies work.
Your opinion.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, but me as a person...
It's your opinion.
No, but one person, as I give you the example of skinny man, weak, beaten up, Michael Tyson, Muhammad Ali, what's name, the English British one? Joshua? Joshua. You have to ask the question, listen, there is something going on there. This man cannot be beaten up and he's skinny. I'm saying the war against Islam is so powerful. However, Islam, like for example, one of the doubts about Islam oppress what? Women. What's one? We know that the BBC, that done study research, the majority of people that become a Muslim are British women. And they study Islam after 5 years. So as a Muslims, without any doubt, we are not doing that job. Who's causing that? Allah mentioned that in the Quran. Hear me out. Why I'm saying that also, Prophet Muhammad mentioned as a prophecy, and it's occurring. It can be a coincidence. Allah mentioned in the Quran, and look what Allah said. يريدون أن يطفئوا نور الله بأفواههم. They wish, the enemies of Islam, they wish to stop Islam to spread, and Allah will cause Islam to spread. And now we are leaving that verse. We are seeing people who want to wage a war against Islam, but Allah promised that will not stop Islam. So I'm using a verse and a hadith and using what? The current situations.
It's funny, so that prophecy, I mean, I'd like to come back to the weak man thing, but take that prophecy. It's quite a general prophecy. I mean, that's the thing, a lot of people in history have made quite general prophets about, oh, my followers might be persecuted, we might be successful. It's so broad that, yeah, at some point some of them will be persecuted, and at some point some of them are going to be successul. It's really not very surprising. Also, in terms of confirmation bias...
No, it's not general.
Sorry.
Why is not general?
Fairly general.
Richard, why is not general? You know what's amazing about prophecy? When everything is against that prophecy to occur, and it will occur. For example, if there is, we know Allah mentioned, there will be barriers to stop what Allah will stop to spread. And we can see the barriers that in existence that stop Islam to spread is a powerful barriers. Hear me out. It's a powerful barriers, without any doubt. So that prophecy is so powerful. Why? Because that which goes against the prophecy is so powerful, but yet the prophecy is still spreading. Who's causing it again? Who's causing that?
Just to come to who's spreading in a minute, but to take a prophecy, when Muhammad existed, as Muslims believe, you know, Muhammad faced a lot of opposition from the Quraysh in Mecca. And then even in the 7th century, of course, the Byzantines and the Sassanids weren't likely to be very receptive to this new faith, this new empire. It's entirely predictable in those circumstances that he's going to predict there are going to be barriers to Islam. That's really not surprising. It's not surprising, given the barriers that Muhammad already faced in his own lifetime from the Quraysh in Mecca, and also the existence of the Byzantines and the Sassanids, who had completely different worldviews. In Muhammad's own time, it is very predictable that his followers would face barriers. To give an analogy, Brexit right now, whatever you think about it, whether you're a Remainer or a Leaver, is a mess. I predict it's going to be a mess in 3 days' time. Why? Because it probably will be. It's a continuation of current circumstances.
There's a historian, British historian, who wrote a book about the history of nations. I can't remember his name. He mentioned when the Prophet Muhammad prophesied about that they will fight, they will overpower the Persians and the Romans. It was so powerful prophecy. He himself admitted it. Even rejected Prophet Muhammad, but he said you must admit. Why? Because Prophet Muhammad was in Mecca. He was unable to fight the Arabs in Mecca, small village. While he was getting, his people was getting tortured, he was telling them, you will, oh no, you, the Muslims after you, the companions, will overpower the Persians and the Romans. So Brexit, there is many indications to prophesy about it. What is powerful prophecy when there is no any indication to indicate that will occur, and you will prophesy will occur. But prophecy by itself, without any doubt, is not completely proof for someone prophethood. You understand that? Prophecy by itself is not absolute. Yeah, so it's not, by itself cannot be established someone true prophet. You understand? Because we know some people are fortune tellers. You know that, but fortune tellers always they will get most stuff wrong. Okay, what I'm saying, Prophet Muhammad, he was in Mecca. His companions coming to complain to him about the Arabs in Mecca, not in Ta'if, not in Medina, not in Yemen, in Mecca. They said we can't even fight them back. Prophet Muhammad said, be patient, you will overpower the Persians and the Romans. Bro, please, wallah, you can't debate that. You can't debate that, wallah. We can't debate that.
You take over the world.
You know what? Sorry, do you know why you cannot debate it? Because even the Muslims start having, some people there, the hypocrites are having doubt. The hypocrites, they start mocking Prophet Muhammad. They said this man, he tells us, we will overpower the Persians and the Romans, which back in those days, most of the world was shared by those two empires. Yeah. Again, no Mediterranean, the Persians, no Mediterranean, just with it. Yes. But the Persians were. My point is, there's not mocking Prophet Muhammad for that. However, it's okay. However, Richard, that prophecy occurred exactly what Prophet Muhammad mentioned.
That's a few things to say. I mean, again, are you on a time limit?
No, but I told you earlier on. What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
You said you had to go. That's fine.
Why?
You had a class at 5.
Class, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Look,
It's
5 to 5. Alhamdulillah.
Has come true.
That's it. All right. Anyway, we have to go. I will come back later. Inshallah. Subhanakallah bihamdika.
I think you're about to go, but I just have